What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? How are y'all doing out there this evening? My name is Lee Black, and I'm the host of Real Talk for Real Men. And normally I would be going live. In case you don't know, we are typically live on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And my Saturday show normally is an hour earlier, where I typically keep the subject matter light and have a little fun and things of that nature. But I wanted to do something a little different tonight, just to pop in and kind of bring you guys up to speed because, this has been a pretty tough week. In case you don't know, I ended up canceling the show on Wednesday. I literally had planned out the entire show and posted it, and was set. And within about 10 minutes of posting the live show for Wednesday, I was hit with some news that my family is going through a tragic situation. And not even 5 minutes apart, I was also notified about the death, one of our family members, on the Real Talk family members. His dad passed. So in case some of you don't know, Brother Kenny, shout out to him. He went live and shared a lot of what he was going through, particularly in the month of October, being such a tough time for him, having lost his mom and now his dad, 18 years apart. And so for him, October, I love what he said. He said, this is his new reality, for what it's worth. And so that kind of inspired me to be able to come on and just kind of talk to the family, for those that view the show. And I thank you for your support. I truly do. So I definitely strongly encourage you, if you would, to continue to like, subscribe, comment, share my content. I do this. This truly is a labor of love. I enjoy doing this show. I've been doing it for over 4 years now. And although we're not monetized, I work for a living, so I'm not able to put all of my everything into it because I have a real job. But I do it truly out of a labor of love. It's become part of my existence, where I can come in and share my thoughts, my opinions with you guys as family. And a lot of you have become family for me. It's become therapeutic even. What started out as a thing that we did when we had COVID has become very necessary for me to be able to be a part of my everyday life. What up, Craig? How you doing? Appreciate you for popping in. And so, yeah, I continue to do the show because I want to. At any point that it becomes laborious or laborsome or anything other than fun and exciting for me, I'll simply stop. Social media, is what it is for me. Having said that, I wanted to kind of talk about what I've been going through this week. And I got the idea from Kenny because he shared so much with you. And like my brother Kenny, my brother from another mother, as I call him, I'm not one to go too deep into my personal life. So you won't see what I've had for dinner. Outside of this background, most people don't even really know what my home looks like, so you don't know if, for all this is probably as good as it gets. And I might be one of those people who this might be a basement, I might be rubbing peanut butter all over myself when it's all over with. But, I'm pretty much, one of those kind of private people, and I share what I need to share. But I wanted to kind of come and talk about what my family and myself have been going through, and just how tough a week this has been. And I even had intended to do a show tonight. Tasha and I had talked about what we were going to do today. Tasha as the co-host, in case you guys don't know. And I was going to do a Halloween themed show. I try to keep up with the times. And I had, this stuff worked out in my brain about how we were going to talk about, our love of monsters and why we like being scared, the psychology behind it, not in a serious way, but have a little fun with it. I was even going to go into, how Halloween traditionally, as a tradition has changed over the years, because it's certainly not the same celebration today as it was when I was a kid. So I had all these great things planned, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm tired. I'm just mentally and emotionally spent, and I'm even physically tired. It's been a very, very tough week. Um, my niece is dealing with the struggle of cancer, and anybody who's been touched by cancer, it has eradicated us in such a way that I don't think anybody on the planet has not been touched by it. And sometimes I get a little bit angry because while we can send people to the moon, and we got these billionaires, and some of these people have more money than God, so to speak, where they just bullshitting around and throwing it away with nonsense, building shit that really is irrelevant, and we're not pouring enough money into research to cure cancer. I lost two brothers to HIV and AIDS, and now people are living with HIV and AIDS, HIV positive, and that's a great thing. It's a great thing that technology, medical technology, has brought us to a point where just because you're HIV positive, it's no longer a death sentence. And so there are people out there, friends of mine even, that are HIV positive and living with it. Sadly, my brothers, they weren't able to be a part of that. They came along when a time when HIV and AIDS, the stigma was attached to it, and they both died very horrible deaths. Well, I bring that up because why aren't we there with cancer? There's so many different forms of cancer, and yes, it's preventable with early treatment, but that's not enough. And I'm not sitting here, I'm not coming to you to do a PSA for cancer. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts and my frustrations that if we can circle around the fucking moon and damn near go to Mars and Venus and do all these other different things, then why can't we find solutions to cure people from cancer? And we're just not doing what we have to do. And I'm not going to get on my soapbox here, but I'm angry inside, folks, because we got a government that is just allocated $106 billion with a B to go to a foreign country to fight a fucking war that's been going on for hundreds of years, thousands of years, not hundreds, that has shit to do with us. But we're not supposed to say that part out loud. And yet, when you can send $106 billion with a B, over to a foreign country to deal with their bullshit, and that same money could be used to cure cancer, to eradicate some of these diseases that we have right here. Fuck it. How about fixing our highways and roads? How about earmarking some of that money so we can get rid of student loan debt? How you doing, Miss Stacy? Good to see you, sweetheart. How about paying teachers more, firemen, police, right in Maine? So anyway, I'm going to back off of that because my anger is bubbling up, and that's not what this show is about. I call this Reflections and Affirmations because I wanted to put a positive spin on everything that I've gone through this week, because I truly believe in the long run, it has brought my family closer together. It's allowed us to see our resiliency, and I wanted to share that with you, my Real Talk family. So back to the script. So my niece is dealing with a terminal illness, and we had gotten the word on Wednesday that that was it. And so I was working when that news came through. And again, we've been anticipating this for a long time. And even, from the last week's show, I was on a super high because we got to do this family thing. And we were actually afraid we weren't going to do that. So coming off this really big high, thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Coming off this really big high, we were waiting on the other shoe to drop. And Wednesday, that's what hit, And all of a sudden I was informed, because I usually don't have my phone, I have it on silent, but I was informed that that's it. That's the moment was there. Anybody that want to go see my niece needs to go now. And not even, I would say maybe 5 minutes later, my brother Kenny sends me a message letting me know that his dad had transitioned. And in that moment, my brain lost. I was lost. I couldn't think. A few minutes after that, I was informed that one of my cousins in Arkansas, we had just left there. He was in a tragic accident, and I was informed yesterday that he's brain dead. So there's no sense keeping him on life support. It is what it is. So we are on two ends dealing with the tragic situation. But I gotta there's a little bit of good news here, folks. Everybody rushed to see my niece, and shout out to you, Janine. I love you. I love you to the moon, sweetheart. If you're watching, and notice I said if you're watching, because lo and behold, when the doctors had said that that's it, she won't wake up anymore. Her parents, my brother and his wife, Jean and Linda, had said their goodbyes. Her youngest daughter was the part that broke us was she said, I'm not going to get to see my mom. The next day, folks, when cousins and family members was trotting in, Janine woke up. I'm sitting here telling you right now, folks, that Janine has now been taken off uh, the breathing, the ventilator. She's still being fed intravenously, but she's been moved to a room. She's in no pain and she's up talking. Now, let's keep it real. That doesn't mean she's been cured. So I'm not tuning in here to tell you that, lo and behold, a miracle. Oh my God. We're not going there. But what I am sharing with you is the power of God to where God can see around corners and in dark places where we can't. And we've been given a gift that I can't tell you how much it means to us. We've been given extra time to truly let her know just how much she's loved, how much her fight has inspired all of us to be better. And she has got to witness with her own eyes and own cognizance just how much she's loved and will be missed. And I know that's a hard conversation to talk about, but who of us wouldn't want that time, whatever that is, even if it's an hour, even if it's a day? And so, folks, I'm sitting here talking to you on Saturday, October 28th, and that was on Wednesday. And for my family to still now be able to go in her room and talk with her, laugh with her, tell her how much we love her, to tell her to keep fighting. Because again, doctors say one thing, but God says something else. And for however long we're gifted with this blessing, we are going to enjoy it. We've prepared ourselves mentally, emotionally, as much as we can be, because you can't truly ever prepare for death. But what it's done is it's certainly made my family stronger, and I'm very proud of my family. I wasn't always able to say that. When my brothers contracted HIV and ultimately AIDS that took their lives, we didn't handle it well. And I'm proud to say we have been fortunate. I should start and say first that we haven't had to deal with death from a close family member from that time to this, and that was some 30 years ago. And so here we are. We're like any other family, folks. We're dealing with death, facing it head on. And the reality of that is what it will be. But I'm proud to tell you that my family is, they're everything. My brother Gene, I want to let you know, you're not in this battle by yourself. You never were. We love you. We love you in a way that you may not even known, and we got you. We're going to put this weight in God's hands, number one, and then we're going to carry the rest as a family. That's my big brother. I love him. I look up to him. I learned so much from him, and watching him with his daughter, it's been everything. And I'll share this little bit with you guys. When she did wake and he told his daughter, he says what any parent I would imagine would say to their child. He says, if I could take the pain away, if I could switch places with you, I would. She said, and I would switch places right back with you. If you're a parent, And to have that level of affirmation of love said to you, there can't be any greater feeling in the world. That level of unconditional love shared between a father and a daughter. Wow. God is real, folks. He really is. And so I know my brother Gene will be strong and he'll take that with him, and the fight is not over. So I wanted to come on and at least share with you guys that that's what's going on with me. But by the time I made it to this weekend, folks, I had very little left. Last night when I got off, yesterday, I don't even know how I made it to work. Thank God I work for a company that ironically puts people first. And I'm very, very pleased to say that. And I'll share a funny story with you. Yesterday, I was in a Zoom meeting and the Zoom meeting started. And within about 7 minutes, I was knocked. It was a hour-long meeting, and I woke up only because I had put some boiled eggs on the oven, and they were just about to burn, and I had nodded out, and I woke up because they were about to burn, and I was in the Zoom session. I was the only one left. The meeting had ended. I caught the first 7 minutes, and that's all I caught, folks. And so I jump up, I go tend to my eggs, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I end up getting out of Zoom. Oh my God, I wondered if anybody noticed. I hope nobody wasn't looking for me. And in Teams, I found out that I've been promoted. You can't make this shit up. I found out that I was being given a promotion because the day before I had met with my manager and was telling her what I was going through and sharing with her my philosophy on putting one foot in front of the other. You know, we tend to think when we're going through these tragedies that the world is supposed to stop. And I was sharing with her that I remember when my brothers died, and you're angry a little bit because the sun is shining and people are laughing, and you think they are to be sad with you. But I was sharing with her that you realize life just doesn't work that way. Life keeps going. This mortal coil we on, it keeps spinning. And folks, you have to get up and put one foot in front of the other. So getting to this place in life where I am now, I recognize that even when you don't want to, you got to get up. You can't stay down. You got to put one foot in front of the other. You got to take those steps to be able to find, even in the midst of tragedy, little slices of happiness, because if our eyes open, we still have the capacity to do some good. And so, hey, Carolyn, it's just me tonight talking about what I've been going through this week. I appreciate you for popping in. And Craig, I want to share your thought. Craig said, they've been talking about a cure for cancer since I was a kid, and I'm 54, 55 here, Craig. In my opinion, it's all about profit over cures. I couldn't agree with you more. And so, yeah, but I recognize that even in the face of tragedy, and we've got one funeral now that's set for next week because, again, right there in Arkansas. That side of my family, they're dealing with a death, imminent death. He's brain dead, so have to make those real decisions. And ultimately, we will probably, in all likelihood, be dealing with one on in New York end. But what this has shown me, though, is just how much my family. Sometimes we tend to think our family is fragmented because we have these little sects, that little cliques, I should say, that we in, and this one is not talking to that one, and this one. You know what this experience has proved to me and shown our family? None of that shit matters. What I love about it is it's allowed us as family members to come together and put all the pettiness aside, to suspend all of the nonsense and recognize that we all are family. We need each other now more than ever. And so, yeah, my family, I'm super proud of them. My sister Sherry, she's carrying a tremendous weight and caring for our mom. And also, shout out to Tina. Tina has stage 3 breast cancer. Sherry has got to go. Folks, we're going through it. Folks, we're going through it. We're going through it. Trust and believe. We're going through it, but we're going to get through it as well. And so I did my share of crying. My role now is to be as supportive and as positive as I know how to be, to uplift my family members where I can't physically be there. I'm going to be there, emotionally, mentally. I'm going to articulate what my family is going through and lift them up and give them support. I can offer financial assistance where needed. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I was talking to my nephew, Mr. Nino Brown, for those of you who've been following me. And we were talking yesterday and we had this great conversation about moving forward and how we want to look at things. Now that he's hit the big 5-0, that moment of reflection has hit him. And we were talking just about how we process things now, where we just really don't have time for nonsense, negativity. And so I wanted to, put an open invitation out to people who watch me, and there's a lot of viewers that watch me that never say anything, and some of you are old acquaintances. We're Jay and I are going to be working seriously to put together a series of meetings where we can show up with and be present with each other. Honest, at this point right now, on October 28th, I'm on a mission to repair damaged relationships. I've got some of my old schoolmates who I haven't seen in a long time. Some of you live in Memphis, and that was one of the happiest times of my life. All of what we shared, getting our master's degree, never some of the best times of my life. So I will be coming to Memphis with an open invitation to see some of you that I haven't seen in close to 10 years. I hope we can put a lot of the whatever behind us. If there was bad blood, it's not anymore. If we just disconnected, let's reconnect. And so for my friends and acquaintances and the people I've loved and for a time, that was home for me. So for Jenny for the Block and Short Round and Rhonda and Angela and Sharisa, Kenny, different people that were so important to me. I hope when I show up, you come out, and celebrate. If it's nothing there but pop out, come out and have a drink with me. Let's check in on each other. I'm a little bit older, a hell of a lot fatter, still pretty smart. So I'd love to see you guys. And I give you an open invitation to reach out to me. Let's reconnect, you know. And I want to do that even for my Real Talk family. There's people that I've been connected to the Real Talk family that I've not met. My brother from another, we've never actually met, but Kenny already has been told. Kenny has an open invitation. Anytime he's ready, I'll pay for his ticket. So if he want to get away and just pop in, I got you, brother. I got you. For the Postons, y'all know how much I love y'all. Y'all have an open invitation in my home anytime. Brother Lamar, Mr. TFG himself, who make all this possible. I'm proud to be part of his show. He's doing his thing like nobody else. Brother Lamar, as long as I got a roof over my head, brother, you ain't got to stay in a hotel. You might want to. That's up to you. But, and I'm coming to Dallas. I'm coming to Dallas. So I hope to get an opportunity to see a lot of the TFG family and meet in person. Mr. Brenton, got to meet you, my brother. You're doing big things and powerful things with your family. I'm so proud of you. I love you to death. I respect you, my brother. And again, I'm just if P. Diddy, can brother love, as he called himself, can be on that kick, I can be on that damn kick too. I'm at a place where it's just about being positive. Look, negative shit is gonna happen. I appreciate the prayers, Miss Carolyn. And so, yeah, we definitely have to stay prayed up. Satan is busy as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so we gotta, combat that with love. That's the weapon right there. Without getting all religious on you, Jesus Christ he says there's only two real commandments that we're supposed to follow. Love God with your whole heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. All the other shit is just window dressing, folks. So whatever you want to call yourself, be the best you can at that, but I'm not going to get into that. Those two commandments is what Jesus Christ told us. How you combat hate and Satan and negativity, is with love. And that's where I'm at. Right now, as far as I know of, I ain't got no enemies. Shout out to my brother Michael Kaufman. You just celebrated a birthday. Another brother from another mother. We've had our whatevers and everything. It's not important. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Brother Bert just celebrate a birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Do your thing out there. So anyway, that's where I'm at this stage. And I just wanted to come on tonight. And I hope you're being safe out there because a lot of us are celebrating Halloween this weekend. So that's why I was going to do a show on Halloween, but I my brain just wouldn't put it together fully. And I don't like presenting bullshit, to you guys. If I can't do it right, I'm just not going to do it. And I'm mentally tired. But again, if you're out celebrating Halloween this weekend with your kids, be safe, enjoy. It's certainly changed from what it used to be. Here in Atlanta, it's 80 something fucking degrees. Can't wait till winter really hit. But we're on the precipice of the holiday season, folks. And I think on Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday is daylight saving time. So we're gonna fall back, get an extra hour of sleep, and it's getting ready to get chilly, I hope. For those of you who have a bedmate, I'm jealous. I'm still looking for me a bed warmer, whatever that might look like. um, let me not go there. But anyway, you know what? If you out celebrating, do your thing for sure. Miss Stacy says, absolutely, I'm on that love stage as well. Life is too short. Miss Stacy, life is too short. And Kenny said something in his when he was sharing his thing, and I'm gonna steal it from you, brother Kenny. Kenny said that the numbers that come after the dash, it's too late to talk about it then. And I love that. So life is way too short. Give people their flowers now. And that doesn't mean that you have to spill over with telling them you love them to death, but you owe them the truth too. And sometimes harsh truths is a form of love too. So if you got a problem with me, tell me the harsh truth. Let's work that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But don't let me go. And then I wish I shoulda, coulda, had to said this, that, and the other. Tell me now. Give me a chance to defend what I said, what I did, what I meant. So that's love too. Be open, honest with each other. Miss Carol Chamberlain says, Lee, we hit 80 in Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's too damn warm. You know, I can't wait for cold weather. I like colder weather because it cuts down on crime and all that good stuff, and it replenishes the earth. These fucking flies and mosquitoes in different places, they need to go somewhere. But yeah, but again, it's about love, and life is too short. We don't have time for foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Carolyn says it's about what you did between the dashes that counts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you guys know that the Bible says that better is the day you died than the day you're born? Look it up. When you're born, you haven't made a name with God yet. Now, what you do from that point to the end, that's what's written down in either the book of life or not. So you have to make a difference from that short moment you're conceived to when it's all over with. So, like Miss Carolyn says, what you do between the dashes is what counts. What kind of person do you aspire to be? So, you know what? Social media, for what it is, it's filled with a lot of negativity, sometimes fuckery and foolishness. And trust me, I'll be coming back to share my thoughts on all of the shit that's going on. Jada Pinkett Smith with her dumb ass. Uh, Dwight Howard loves to suck dick. Shout out to you, partner. And there's nothing wrong with that if you like that kind of thing. But I'm just saying, I'm still gonna be me. I've got lots of shit to say. I'm always gonna have lots of shit to say. Tonight was just a night where I want to come on and reflect on where we are as a family, where I am at as a person, and dealing with this stuff. So guess what, folks? I'm not even going to hold you any longer than this. Thank you for tuning in, letting me vent and be me. And this is therapy. And I just want to share that a little bit with you. So I'm already having a drink. I'm going to shave my head. I'm going to open up me a nice bottle of wine, find me a really good horror movie, I wish I had somebody to share all this with, but right now, folks, I just only know nasty, filthy, no good bitches. So I don't know any good women just yet that I have access to. So I'm working on that. I'm working on that. And tonight, I don't feel like a nasty, no good in here because I cleaned up. I cleaned my entire place today, and I'm tired physically from that. You know, wiping down the ceiling fans, wiping my walls down, vacuuming, cleaning the bathroom is something I hate, but I'm talking about like you can actually eat off the shitter in there, a kitchen, all that good stuff. So I don't feel like a nasty, filthy, no good in here, smoking, drinking, and leaving a droplets in here because it's just too clean. So tonight I'm going to spend the night by myself, sipping on some wine and just reflecting on this week and mentally preparing myself for the weeks ahead. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I thank you, Miss Carolyn. I appreciate you as viewers popping in. I love you guys. I love my viewers that y'all put up with my shit. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And I'll say this. This is entertainment, folks. I said something to my best friend Tasha and co-host today. I hope for God's sake that you have someone you could talk to like I do. I hope for God's sake that you have a good circle around you, however small or big that is, of people that you go to when you need to talk, to vent, to figure some shit out. Because if you're going to social media, my show and any other, that's kind of fucked up. Um, Dave Chappelle said one time that he hoped people on saying, "Oh my God, I want to know what Ja Rule think," and it was a funny bit, but the truth and the funny part was there that folks, we're just social media people. We're real. I'm real, but at the same time, a lot of shit that I talk about when the camera goes off, I go back to my real life, and I hope you do too. So when I come on and I give my opinions and my take, don't take it too serious, folks. I hope that in some cases I'm imparting some things you agree with. And I even hope some of the shit you disagree with, because that's what inspires great conversation. And that's what my show has always been about. It's been about conversation. I want to learn from you as much as I hope I share some things with you. But the stuff you don't need from me, leave that shit on the shelf. And by the way, I'm just a fat guy on your screen talking shit. So don't take this shit too seriously. You know what I'm saying? If I can help, I can help. Now, if you're in my small little circle and I fuck with you, fuck with you. Yeah. Those are the people that know to call me on the side if you want to really talk about life and death, religion, God, family, real shit. So that's called, yeah. And I put that invite out to my Real Talk family, for the super fans and the people who watch this show. Look, I'm open. If ever you want to talk to me individually about some real shit, let me know. I ain't scared of no bill collectors. And so I don't mind giving my number out to talk to you guys if you just need an ear. Believe it or not, with all the shit that I talk, I'm a great listener. I know how to shut the fuck up and listen too. So uh, that invitation is open to my viewers for sure. Stacey says a lot of people don't know about cleaning their walls. Do it every time I clean the bathroom. Cleaning the bathroom is not putting the thing in the toilet and wiping the sink down. It's wiping the walls down. It's getting inside of the fucking tub and stall and wiping it down every time, spraying them down. It's about sweeping. It's about mopping. It's about wiping the mirror down. It's about your toothpaste. All that shit needs to be clean. It's a job cleaning up. So if you ain't cleaning that way, your shit probably ain't clean. Terrence said, shout out, true statement that I was telling about it. I think he was referring to the fact that take social media for what it's worth. Miss Stacy says, or cleaning the woodwork apps. When we were children, Miss Stacy, me and my sister Sherry used to be given a bucket, and our job being little ones, and I'm talking we're like fucking 5, 6, 7 years old, was to wash the baseboards around the entire apartment. That was our job. And wash the walls as far as our hands could go up. So that's just been a part of how I've always cleaned. So yeah, that's what I do. My blinds. I had already did my blinds. So yeah, I don't want dust and stuff on my blinds. So absolutely, cleaning is extremely important to me. Hygiene, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, that's everything. The sexiest thing you can do for me as a woman is be clean. The negligees, the fake ass, the fake this, that, and the other, that when the lights go out, you know, I, visually anyway, the sexiest thing you can do for me is be clean. I'm a big guy and I take great deal of pride on being clean. So I don't want you getting down there to do your thing and get between my musty legs and smell anything that ain't supposed to be down there either. So I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Stacey says, I'm going to hold you to that, Lee. So when I ask for your number to talk, cause it's a sweetheart, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you're only connected to me on the show, please reach out on Facebook, under Lee Black, and you're welcome to my number anytime. I truly welcome any conversations where if you need a friend, if you need someone to talk to, if you need advice for whatever I could give and share with you, I'm open. And if you just need to vent, I really do know how to shut up and listen. And so you have my guarantee, and that goes for any of my viewers that follow me, and that's become a part of my family. I do take that part of it serious because we take for granted that people have someone. There used to be a time when white people would commit suicide. There's no color anymore. There's no age limit anymore. There is many black and men and women and children committing suicide because they didn't have somebody to talk to. So if I can be that for somebody, hey, I'm gonna do my part. And Stacey said, "Oh man, Lee, being clean is everything. These youngins nowadays don't know how to." Oh my God, Miss Stacey, you're gonna get me to talking about hygiene and the shit that I see and that's going on. So, but yeah, we take for granted that people have someone. I'm fortunate that I have my sister and I have Tasha, and I talk to them every single day. One of them two, I talk to every single day. I don't make moves without one of them knowing where I go. When I run my errands on Saturday, like I did today, I'm on the phone the entire time, either talking to Tasha or Sherry. I live in Atlanta and I don't have any family here. I have a sister-in-law that live in Fayetteville, but this is not about keeping tabs on me. This is about that if something should happen, one of those two people, they have a place to begin to know what places I was headed to. So if I get stopped or there's an accident or whatever. And so I talk to one of those two every day of my life. And so Tasha and I, even if we weren't doing the show, the same shit we talk about, we gonna talk about. The show is really just an invitation where you guys get to come in and hear the shit we would be talking about anyway. But with that said, we have each other, and I have my nephew, and he has me. And so I hope you have someone that you trust enough that you can share your whole self with, your whole self. And I'm proud to say I have that, and I would love to be that for anybody who need it. Miss Stacy, if you come to Georgia, please come by. Look, you're welcome to come and sit and chat, and I'm a pretty good host. And yeah, so I live in the Buckhead area. Let me know. All you gotta do is say I'm here. And then you already have a friend. So don't take that for granted. So anyway, with that said, folks, I'm going to get out of your hair here in a little bit. Miss Demi J, good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. So yeah, Miss Demi J, I've been really just talking about, what I've been going through this week, reflecting on that and putting some positive affirmations out in the social atmosphere so that, I wanted to let people know that whatever you're going through, put that weight in God's hands. If you believe in God, I hope you do. And, the rest of it, find you family, friends, and keep putting one foot ahead of the other. We gotta get up and we gotta keep moving. We can't fall down and stay down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not down, folks. I'm tired, you know, but like I said, I'm in great spirits. I'm proud of my family for what we have done this week and what we're preparing to do. And so we're going to be there for each other. I talked to family today as I was running my errands as well. So life is really, really good right now. My 88-year-old mom, she's even weathering this, and she knows what it's like to lose a child. She lost two of her sons. And so what better source for my brother to go to, because that's the strongest woman that I know, Miss Eloise Young. That's the strongest woman I know. She survived the segregated South. She survived being raped, molested, mistreated by men, by racists and everything else. And she raised all of her children on her own. And so that's my mom is everything. And I'm truly blessed that she still got all the faculties. That nigga eats better than I do. So shout out to you, mom. And that's in no small measure to my sister Sherry being there, carrying the full brunt of it. But my sister Juanita and Jean carried it as well. And they've been going through their own battle. Juanita's been in and out of the hospital. I love you. And Jean's been dealing with the cancer with his daughter, and who's been in the fight of her life. So, my family been going through it. Tina, again, in case you don't know, one of my other nieces, she just got diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, so she's probably gonna have to do some things there. And we lost one of our other cousins in Arkansas on Wednesday, had an accident, and we were told today that it's brain dead. So gotta, make some things happen there. So absolutely, Miss Stacy, life will knock you down, but you got to get back up, and you can't ever give up, ever give up. And I got so many blessings. And part of my blessings is you guys. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you. I want you to stay positive and just know I'm coming back. I just need to get a little bit of rest. You guys need to know, and I'll be coming back with some funny shit and what I do. Thank you, Miss Demi Dixie said, God bless her. You and your entire family. God is a helper. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm gonna rest tonight. Sip on some wine, play a little bit of music, find a horror movie. Tomorrow, I'm going to get lost into sports. And then I plan to do, sometimes we plan and God laughs. So I say that. I plan to be on the TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes show. And I certainly plan to come back with you guys on Wednesday. I had a full show already planned, and it is a good one. Don't miss it. The show that I had planned, I've already got everything. The banner's ready. I'm gonna do. It's so good that I'm not gonna let it go to the wayside. I'm going to be talking about on Wednesday. Get this: what makes a man bad in bed? Yes, I expect my female viewers to be there and be present. I want to hear your opinion. I want to know if you agree or disagree. I feel like for the fellas on the show, we might learn some shit about ourselves, learn some shit about our gender, learn some shit that we need to know. So Wednesday's show, God willing, I plan to be there, and it's going to be what makes a man bad in that bedroom. Folks, we're getting ready for daylight saving time. It's about to get cold. Everybody's looking for a snuggle bunny, a cuffing season, whatever that might be. And so for my fellas out there, tune in. You might learn some things and some shit that you think you were doing right and find out you may not be doing it, because sometimes we can be some arrogant sons of bitches and think we got it going on. Terrence, that's going to be a great, great show. Terrence, I love you, man, for always popping in. That's Cuzzo. Please pop in. And I want to hear men opinion too, whether you agree or disagree, whatever. But that's the show that's coming this Wednesday, God willing. And we're going to talk about us, Phil. Look, sometimes, we talk about women, but I tell you what, sometimes we got to turn that mirror and look at ourselves. So I certainly want to learn some shit. Ladies out there, I might be fatter, I might be older, but there's still some smoke under this chimney, and I ain't quite ready to get out the game just yet. So I'm hoping that I learn a little bit from you. And, I want to hear what you got to say. Folks, thank you for tuning in. Let me get this off my chest. I feel better already. And anybody who know me, I'm ready to play me some R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? If we can fuck with that Predator, Jada Pinkett, we can fuck with R. Kells. He ain't never gonna not be played at my house. So, and do what you do to enjoy your night, because I'm getting ready to ride off into my night and get some rest, re-energize. I plan on seeing you guys as we start a new week. Thank you, Stacy, for praying for me and Demi. We've certainly been going through some things. We're going to keep our head up. And thank you for being a part of the Real Talk family. And we'll see you on the other side. As always, be good to each other. Be even better to yourself. Always keep it real. God bless you, everybody. Have a good night. Peace out.